What's up, guys? Frankie here. Sorry that I'm at the different computer right now. This computer is not working, so I'm at the big computer here. But you don't care about that. You care about the news that just came out. It is now official. Todd Bowles is gone. Here is the tweet that was just sent out by the New York Jets from Chairman and CEO Christopher Johnson. I would like to thank Todd Bowles for his dedication to the New York Jets for the last 4 years. After carefully evaluating the situation, I've concluded that this is the right direction for the organization to take. I would like to wish Todd, Tanika, I guess his wife's name, and their family only the best. So, it is over. The Todd Bowles era has mercifully come to an end. And let me just say this. When he was announced, back in 2015 it was now, I was happy about this. I was like, okay, it's not Rex Ryan. That's all I need. As long as it's not Rex Ryan, that's great. And he was a great defensive coordinator with Arizona. It seemed like, all right, now at the time I wanted Dan Quinn from Seattle. We didn't get him. That seems like that may have been a good decision because, Quinn I don't think is as good of a coach as we thought it at the time, because he seems like more a product of Kyle Shanahan. But regardless, so I wasn't angry when I heard that we were getting Bowles. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is okay. Let's see where this guy goes. He's a defensive mind. Let's see what happens. And the first season started off really well. Ryan Fitzpatrick was great. Let me get the stats here for Bowles. He was, in his first season, he was 10-6, and everything was going great with the Jets. 10-6, they were on absolute fire. What up? Is my mic, first of all, tell me if my mic's working. If my mic's working, then that's great. If not, then this is a disaster. But 10-6. He has Fitzpatrick. He has Revis. Everything's going well. They're winning big games against the Patriots and the Giants. And it's all going well. And then the last week of the year against Buffalo, the whole thing collapsed. Fitzpatrick threw, I believe, 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter. They lost to a terrible Bills team against Rex Ryan. I will do Sunday Night Football. Don't worry. But tonight, right now, it's not about Sunday Night Football. It's about Todd Bowles. It is the end of the Todd Bowles era. And after that game, after that abysmal, horrendous game against Buffalo, in which the Jets had a chance to clinch a playoff spot, get into the playoffs for the first time since 2010, they lose that game. They miss out on the playoffs, even after a 10-6 season. And since that Buffalo game in Week 17 in 2015, Todd Bowles and the Jets have been 14-34. 14-34. That, my friend, is horrendous. I do not think it is not all Todd Bowles' fault. There's been problems with the roster. There's been problems with the GM. I honestly don't think McCagnon should have been able to keep his job. I guess he has. We're looking at the report here, and all we have right now is that tweet from Christopher Johnson. Are you getting 200 subs? I don't know. All we're getting right now. First, tell me again. Is my mic working? Because I want to make sure my mic is working for this. I guess Mike McCagnon is gonna keep his job, but I'm not totally sure as of this moment. It does. It again. All that we're getting is that Bowles has been fired. There was no report from the Jets that they were also getting rid of McCagnon. That could happen. I would not. I don't think. Yes. Okay. So now it is. It is reported that McCagnon will survive. He will work. Yes. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. It is over. Hallelujah. It was not all his fault. There were problems with the roster, but overall, my biggest problem with Todd Bowles is it's threefold. My biggest problem is the lack of discipline this team had from every single game. The number of penalties that this team had. They would just shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over again. These stupid penalties. It was mind blowing to me. What did they have last week? Like 15 penalties in the final game against Green Bay. So that was abysmal. Okay, what up, Lewis? So that was bad. The offense never really, after that nice first season, Fitzpatrick, that the offense never got going after that. Fitzpatrick regressed in his second year. No, there's no way the Raiders just fired John Gruden. No, I'm getting fake Raider Brain Nation. Are you kidding me? If John Gruden actually gets fired, no, he did not. No, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so I think this guy is just teasing me. You know what? Breaking on WSPN. Okay, so either this guy is trolling me or it's actually true that John Gruden got fired. If he did, that would be beyond crazy. But I'm not seeing any report here. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm not seeing any tweet about that. So ESPN breaking news. All right, if it's true, but I can't see it right now. But your name is also Fake Raider Brain Nation. So regardless, so yeah, the offense never got better after the first season of Fitzpatrick. We had a second season of Fitzpatrick that went nowhere. He turned back into Ryan Fitzpatrick. Then we had a year of Josh McCown because sure. Then we get Darnold, and Darnold, I will say, is the quarterback of. It's 95%. Okay, fine. Matt can go and Todd can make them fraud. Yes, and is there any reports about Bates? Thank you for pointing that out. Bates, the offensive coordinator for the Jets. Or is it Gates? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Bates or Gates. Oh, whoever the Jets offensive coordinator is, he needs to go as well because this offense this season. I mean, God, they never got anything going. This is not the kind of organization that can let Darnold develop. You have to this season was all about letting Darnold develop. And I did not, and he got worse as the season went on. Thank you, Bates. Okay. I was confused. Jeremy Bates, who cares? But Bates should go too because the offense was a dreck. Bowles is gone, as we know, and Dirk Cutter also is gone with Tampa. That's another quarterback situation that was a complete mess. And Bowles was, so the offense never really got going. And this is not Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold is going to be the future of this team, and he is, we have seen it. This kid, if he stays healthy, is going to be great. So if you need an offensive-minded guy to help lead him, and Todd Bowles is not that. Todd Bowles is not an offensive guy. I don't know why they kept him this year. I would have fired him last year because you knew you were going to draft a quarterback. Why are you going to give this a quarterback a defensive-minded guy who's not good at offense? That made no sense to me. I don't get what Christopher Johnson was doing there, but they gave him one more year, and it started off so well against Detroit. We're like, oh, wow, look, this season might actually go well. They blew out the Lions on Monday Night Football, which was not as impressive as it looking back on it, was not as impressive as we thought it was. Well, maybe this season will be great. And no, and when they lost to the Bills a month and a half ago, was it 45-17? That was the beginning of the end. That was, now we can look into Mike McCarthy. I think he's the best. No way we go get Jim. I'm assuming you talk about Jim Caldwell. Yeah, I'm actually not a big Mike McCarthy fan on the grounds of he seems like a fine coach, but gosh, I mean, he has Aaron Rodgers. And okay, fine. Yeah. The offense, the GM wasn't as great, but he had Aaron Rodgers. You're only able to get to one Super Bowl. He just doesn't seem like a great motivator to me. He seems like a fine coach, not a great coach, but would he be better than Todd Bowles? Yes, by that logic, he would be better than Bowles. But sorry about my dog. But I would be fine. Yes, McCarthy is probably the best option out there. First off, if you're the Jets, the first thing you need to do, the first thing that you have to do if you're the New York Jets is to shut up. The first thing you have to do is call Lincoln Riley, call Oklahoma, and see what they'll offer. Like see what's not what they'll offer. See if he's available. He's probably going to say no. He's probably going to be like, no, I'm not doing this. But a lump of coal would be better than Bowles at this point. Yes. A paint bucket, anything. He's not a great coach. He's not. And the whole thing was he's a defensive guy, and the defense was never great. The defense again was good the first season, and then after that, it just kind of. I mean, they were against the Bills. That Jets defense quit. They showed no effort, nothing, nada, squat. So overall, I would have fired Bowles last year. This is a real disappointment. I wanted him to do well, but at the end of the day, he's just not a good coach. He might be a fine defensive coordinator. He might be able to. He might head off and be a defensive coordinator somewhere else. But in terms of him being a head coach, it's not in the cards. It's over for him, and it's disappointing for him. But we're good. And at the time, I thought Bowles was the best option. Although, at the time it was either him or Quinn. Quinn. They weren't going to get Quinn, so Bowles I was fine with. 1 yard of offense in that first. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. They had 1 yard of offense. 1 yard of offense in that Buffalo Bills game a month and a half ago, when they lost 45-17, and that was the end of that. The Jets never recovered. Bowles was done after that. I mean, he even said, I think earlier this week, he said when they asked him about his job, he said, the record speaks for itself. He knew he was done. It was so embarrassing watching him week after week after week. He looked defeated. He looked totally depressed. And I did feel kind of bad for him. At the end of the day, he's not a great coach, and this is what happens. I cannot stand the fact of how undisciplined he was, how he just let his players do whatever the heck he want. There was no repercussions. Are you a Jet fan or a Giant fan? I was a Jet fan when I was younger. Then I got angry with the Jets, and so now the teams I follow the most now are the Jets and the Giants. I wouldn't say I'm fans of them, but the teams I follow the most are the Jets and the Giants. Call me fraudulent, but in terms of what was I saying on Bulls? The undiscipline, the lack of discipline with the team infuriated me every single week. He never learned. He said, "Oh, we're gonna teach our players. We're gonna get better. We're gonna learn." He never learned. The team always was terrible with penalties. Killed this team every single week, and it was so annoying and so infuriating to watch. And so the offense was bad. The defense didn't really do much. So this is this has been a long time coming. I thought it should have happened last year. I don't know why they kept him another year. Especially when they knew they were getting a quarterback. And what they need now, no more defensive coordinators. They better not go for a defensive guy, an offensive-minded guy. That's why you go to Oklahoma, and the first thing you do is you say, all right, is Lincoln Riley available? And if they say no, at least you tried. Then maybe you go for McCarthy. Probably not Caldwell, but you got to try to find somebody who is like, is there a Sean McVay out there? Is there a Sean McVay out there for probably not, because there's only one Sean McVay, but is there somebody out there, a young offensive mind who is, this explosive pass offense who can help your quarterback grow and develop? Because that's what this is all about. This kid has, we see the kind of talent. We saw the Lions game. We saw the Packers game last week. This kid has talent. This kid can do great things in the NFL. He can be an amazing, amazing quarterback if taught by the right people. So we'll see what the Jets do going forward. I don't have that much faith in Maccagnan. Shut up! I don't have much faith in Maccagnan, but he is what he. I don't know that much about Christopher Johnson yet. He seems better than Woody. I mean, that's the only good thing I'd say about him is that he's better than Woody. But how much of an endorsement is that? And So again, if you're just joining us now, you probably already read the title. Christopher Johnson announced. Hi, Noah. Welcome back. Harbaugh would be. Thank you for reminding me about Harbaugh. I would love to have Harbaugh here. Okay, yes, he doesn't win the big game, but he gets you near it. He turns around every place he's gone. He went to Stanford, turned that place around. Went to the Niners, he turned that place around. He went to Michigan, turned that place around. He's the one guy I feel like that could turn this team this guy turned Alex Smith into a Pro Bowler. This guy can do great things. Are you going to be able to lure him away? I don't think he's going to want to come. I think he's going to want to stay in Michigan. He's going to want to beat Ohio State, and they were so close this year. Not to beating Ohio State, but they were close to getting into the championship game. He's making $7 million, I think a $10 million, $12 million deal. Yeah, I think he's worth it. Again, he doesn't win the big game, which is a problem. But you know what? All we need right now is someone who can get there. The Jets haven't won the big game in 50 years. So it would make sense to hire another coach who also, as long as he gets us there, as long as he gets us to the dance. But I don't know. I hope he's. Harbaugh, you got to look at. Riley, you got to look at. McCarthy, those are the big options. There were reports that they're going to interview McCarthy. They're going to interview Jim Caldwell. I don't know who else is out there, but So we'll see what happens. But the end of the Todd Bowl, but it is now officially the end of the Todd Bowles era, and it was going so well the first season. The first season, everything was going great. It looked like, all right, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. The defense is playing well under him. He's gotten great uses out of Ryan Fitzpatrick. This team looks like it has a bright future. And then, in 2016, the Jets finished near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories. 10-6, 5-11, 5-11, 4-12 this year. I don't understand why they kept him. Someone give me a logical reason why they decided to keep him. You knew you were getting a quarterback, so why would you have your defensive guy in? I don't. And what do you guys think of McCagnon's thing? Because I don't feel too good about that. I'm not really happy about that as of this moment. But yeah, I mean, they're saying they've talked about how this was a humiliating loss for the Jets today to lose from Joe Beningo. Yes, Joe Beningo. All the pain. Oh, bro, it is such a great day. It is such a great day for the Jets. They've gotten rid of that lousy Todd Bowles, the worst coach since Rich Kotite. That's a terrible Beningo impression. All the pain, bro. All the pain. But so now it's about. I can't wait to see who will be our next ex-head coach. Man. I don't know who's. It's got to be an offensive. Has to be an offensive-minded guy. No more defensive coordinators. Colts up 13-0 right now over Tennessee. This looks like Indianapolis looks like got a big lead there. I mean, you should have it when you're playing Blaine Gabbert. So I'm looking at Twitter right now, seeing what the reaction is. Oh, and that new head coach is going to posting a video about this now. Thank God. Why else? Why would I not talk about this? Why would I not talk about, I have been waiting for a year and a half for this announcement. Okay. And it's nothing personal. I'm sure Todd Bowles is a good man, but as a coach, he failed. Yeah. Okay. His roster wasn't great, but you know what? This whole season was about who brought Bates in? Who brought Bates in? So, gosh. And I mean, there was so many, and there's my dog. So many. What up, man? So we have Jets, and Gangry David apparently are friends. That's nice. It's a happy day if you're a Jet fan. It's sad to think about the Jets, and happy days are when you fire head coaches. I mean, when was the last great day for Jet fans? The day they fired Rex Ryan. It's been a pretty pathetic 4 years, but it was time to move on. Again, I thought they should have done. I thought they should have done it last year. Whoever the head coach of the Jets is, they're going to have the third pick in this draft. They're not going to get a quarterback. They're probably going to get a defensive guy. Which, all right, but Gangry David from Bad Dog Streams. All right. Oh gosh, four playoffless seasons. I would say that. Again, I'm not going to be personal. I'm sure he's a good guy. Yeah, 2010 AFC divisional round was the last good year for the Jets. That's right. That was the last time they were in the playoffs. And then it was 8-8, 6-10, 8-8. And then what was it? 4-12. And then all right, let's look at great. This is to me, and again, I'm sure he's a good guy. To me, Todd Bowles is the worst Jet coach since Richie Kotite. I mean, at least with Rex, he had a couple moments. Eric Mangini had a moment. Herm Edwards had a moment. This Bowles had nothing. He had week 17 against the Bills, and that was it. That was the only relevant game they played in 4 years. Who was the other? Al Groh had no moments, but he only lasted a season. Gosh. I mean, I look here at the coaches that the Jets have had since they last won a Super Bowl with Webb Ubank. Charlie Weiner, Lou Holtz, Walt Michaels, Joe Walton. Some of those aren't bad, but Bruce Coslett. Why did they kept Pete Carroll for 1 year? Why? We saw how great he could be. Why did they give him 1 year? Richie Kotite, still the worst head coach in Jet history. Bill Parcells, even Bill couldn't win a Super Bowl with this team. Al Groh, Herman Edwards, Eric Mangini, Rex Ryan, Todd Bowles, and now we wait who's next. And somewhere in there is Bill Belichick twice. Absolutely. I mean, of course, I'm sure he's a great guy. I mean, he doesn't really show it to the media. He's just kind of, just there. But I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he likes people, but he's just not a head coach, and that's it. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Should have stayed in D.C. I mean, I'm not going to blame a coordinator for wanting to be a head coach. I mean, eventually you want to make your way to the top, and he got his chance, and he's probably never getting another chance. But he had a chance that he had 4 years to turn around this team, and they are. I mean, he took over a 4-12 team, and they finished 4-12. I don't think he was their guy from the beginning. I mean, I guess, but who was out there? I mean, Harbaugh. I guess you wanted Harbaugh was available in 2014. That's right. He did get fired in 2014. Yes, Bowles is not as bad as Kotite, but he is the worst coach the Jets have had since Kotite. This team they had this year was the worst team they've had since Kotite. I will give it that. I guess they wanted Harbaugh, but at the end of the day, I couldn't get. I wanted Dan Quinn. I wanted the Seahawks defensive coordinator, but I guess the season went long because the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl, so they weren't able to interview Quinn, so they stuck with Bowles, and yeah, So I don't know who the Jets are going to go for now. Ben McAdoo was the worst coach ever. He was pretty dreadful. He was, everything. God, he was just. You have to be pretty bad to go from playoffs one year to out the next year, but he did it. He was able to find a way. He was a dreadful coach. I don't know if he was the worst Giants coach ever, but gosh, he was the worst coach I've seen in this town in New York in the last 10, 15 years. It was amazing the way he handled the media. I will say for the Giants, Shermer's not much better at handling the media too. He can be a little prickly. All right. And why do you guys pick fights with the media? You're not going to win. All right. You don't have to give the media everything, but don't be a jerk. So I'm seeing a lot of Todd Bowles is a good man. The Jets have relieved Todd Bowles of his duties. You saw a couple players today be a little emotional about it. Also, here's a statement from the Jets a week ago. Todd Bowles is our head coach. Wrong. No, Shermer. I'm not saying Shermer's like a bad coach yet. The jury's still out. But the way he can't handle it, he's a little prickly with the media sometimes, and I don't like that. I want to see the only guy who's able to get away with being prickly to the media is Belichick, because Belichick's won. Okay, once you win a Super Bowl, you can act however you want, but you got to win first. All right. The New York Post, the top candidates to replace the top candidates to replace Todd Bowles as head coach. Let's see I don't know what the odds are in Vegas. Yes, McCarthy. I have questions. Game management, what is price tag? I miss Coughlin. Yeah, but it was time for him to go. I didn't want Coughlin to get fired either. But at the end of the day, there were people that wanted him done. There were people that wanted his head. There were people that were done with him. And when he had 4 straight losing seasons, 4 straight non-playoff seasons, gosh, the team failed him, not Coughlin. Coughlin did his job. The team. Jerry Reese was the problem with that Giants team, not Coughlin. Zach Taylor, he's the Rams quarterbacks coach. All right, he might be somebody we'll look for. He's going to be at the top of the list of people who are like the next Zach Taylor, Sean McVay. Lincoln Riley, again, you got to make the call. Even if he says no, at least make the call. Dan Campbell, the Saints tight end coach. The Saints have been really good this season. Eric Bieniemy, the current Chiefs offensive coordinator. All right. The Chiefs are really good. I'd kill for a Kansas City offense right now. Never had that under Bowles. The last 2 plays of the Todd Bowles era was a fumble and a victory formation for the Patriots. Yeah, that about sums it up right there. Jets seasons under Bowles: 10-6, 5-11, 5-11, 4-12. 15 straight head coaches for the Jets who have not won a Super Bowl. Oh gosh. Yeah, and again, I'm seeing a lot of people. He's a good man, I'm sure, but this is a business, and you know what? Whether he failed them or the players failed him, it was time. It was time. He wasn't able to get the job done. Again, he took over a 4-12 team, and they finished 4-12. They're no better now than when he took over. So let's see. Yeah, 3 last place finishes, 8-16 versus the AFC East, 1-7 versus the Patriots, and a point differential of -253. That is beyond disgraceful. Beyond disgraceful. We'll see who they go with next. Again, I'm not sure who's out there. We read some of the names. Got to be an offensive guy. You've got to let Darnold develop. You've got to let him grow. You've got to let him mature. You must get an offensive guy to lead this team, to lead Darnold into his second year. Yeah, it's going to be rough, the fact that he has to lead another offense, But you know what? It's better than whatever offense he was learning from at the time. So fire the head coach, which they did. Fire the offensive coordinator, which I'm assuming will happen. And yeah, it's just a sad time. Play Fortnite, please. No, the Codemeister. I'm talking about Todd Bowles. I can't play Fortnite. Sorry. If you want to watch Fortnite, go watch Ninja. All right, I'm getting so much. Play Fortnite. I'm just not a Fortnite guy. You know, I'm a sports guy. I'm a football guy, not a Fortnite guy. So football is great. Except when, read my comment. Which comment, Noah? I missed Todd. I don't know which comment, though. The comment above, I missed Tom Coughlin, or I'm not sure, but maybe it's on a different video. Maybe it's on, you posted a video on one of my videos. I don't know, but my friend's going to join the live stream. You're welcome. Thank you, Codemeister. Thank you. I'd love to talk to people. I want to talk. Let's talk Todd Bowles. What's your thoughts? You happy? You're probably happy. Everybody's probably happy today. The one above, play Fortnite, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. No, I read that. I read that comment. I miss Tom Coughlin. Yeah, I miss him too. Baby, come back, Can I get on ESPN for a second? Because ESPN today, I don't know if they still have it. ESPN had a headline today because apparently a couple of the Jaguars players weren't showing a lot of effort for some reason. Play Fortnite. No, I'm not going to play Fortnite. Please, leave me alone. Well, actually, no. Don't leave me alone. I'm sure you're a nice guy, but let me, I can't play Fortnite. I'm talking sports. That's what I like to do. All right, here it is. So apparently Leonard Fournette and TJ Yeldon were apparently not – they appeared disinterested in the game. And the headline that the ESPN article reads, Eric Flowers, worst player ever. Yes, good job, Jerry Reese. What were you thinking? This guy is going to be a great offensive – God, what a waste of a first-round pick. So Coughlin put out a statement today saying that Fournette and Yeldon were it was disrespectful. And the headline on ESPN is Jags VP, Fournette and Yeldon, disrespectful, selfish. Jags VP, hey, ESPN, he's got a name. Tom Coughlin, 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's not just the Jags VP. Unbelievable. Only thing he did was draft Odell. Yeah, that turned out to be a great move. Poor we're going to waste Odell. We're going to absolutely waste Odell. We're going to waste Odell. And we're going to waste Barkley. The Giants is a joke. But yeah, ESPN. Yeah, again, you should change that headline. Coughlin, Fournette, Yeldon, disrespectful, selfish. He is not just the Jags VP. He has a name. So away from the Giants rants, yeah, more on Todd Bowles. Add me on Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. If you want to tell everybody else in the comments, yeah, tell. But the longest tenured. Oh boy, you want this? You guys want a stat? The longest tenured coach in New York sports is the Brooklyn Nets' Kenny Atkinson. No, I'm not telling you my phone number. No. Hey, hi, Sneaker Saver. Welcome back. So the longest tenured coach right now in New York sports is Kenny Atkinson. He was hired in April 2016. So New York does not have a coach that has been on for longer than 2.5 years. New York sports is an ugly, ugly place right now. The only positive, I guess, is the Yankees. The Daily News today putting out a headline that a great head coach would be Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell, fresh, innovative face. All right. I hated what Bowles said about last week about the officials. Gentleman's already better than Reese. No, again, I don't want to play Fortnite. Gentleman's already better than me. Something you have the quarterback fits on also Burden. That would be good. Yeah, Gettleman's no Xbox. No, I don't have an Xbox. Jenkins and Collins. I wasn't asking you. Oh, shoot. Sorry. My bad, Codemeister. My bad. I can't tell who's asking who. If you're talking to somebody, please address them by their screen name. I was really upset last week that he was criticizing the refs as if it was their fault that they had 15 penalties. No, Todd, stop. 15 penalties. Every officiating crew says the same thing. You have the most undisciplined bunch of players. You do absolutely nothing. You keep doing these stupid mistakes. 16 penalties last week for 172 yards. Yeah, it's all the ref's fault. Gosh. So it's been a rough 4 years for Jet fans. It has been undisciplined football for 4 straight seasons. Or Silver has had 1 good season. Sam McCollins and Vernon can't stay healthy. Yeah. Right. Draft a quarterback. Fix O-line. All right. Change the defense up. Change the defense. Get a quarterback. Again, fix the O-line. But that's a lot to ask for. And even if they are, once they draft a quarterback, once they move on, get a younger quarterback, they'll have 2-3. They'll eventually they'll get going. But I don't think the Giants are going to be a good team next year. I think the Giants, once they get a younger quarterback, I think they'll be 2-3 years away. They have a lot of problems. It's not just with the quarterback. Todd Bowles' win percentage, the lowest of any Jet coach since Richie Kotite. The Jets. Here's the good thing: the Jets have $106 million in cap space. So hopefully, so we can get a lot of players. Maybe we'll get Le'Veon Bell, and I gotta stop saying we. But maybe they'll get Le'Veon Bell. And that'd be huge for a young quarterback to be able to split the load with him and a great running back. Like, I'm not doing this again, Sneaker. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it again. Sorry. I tried to be nice yesterday. Is this a family-friendly channel? Yes. You ended it yesterday. I did end it yesterday because my parents didn't want me to do that. But whatever. Year of the Jets, 2019. I hope so. Phenomenal. And I would love to see the Jets back again next season. Yes, this is a family-friendly channel. I should answer that, Goodmeister. But I don't. They're a coach and a couple pieces away on offense. But hey, we saw Jared Goff looked done. Jared Goff looked like a total bust. McVay comes in and he turns that whole kid around. The Rams are now going to be a top seed in the playoffs this year. Look at the Bears. Trubisky, we weren't sure about him. You bring Matt Nagy in? No. Maple Leafs are yeah. Matt Nagy comes and Trubisky turns it all around. So you can turn this team, you can turn this into a playoff team next year if you get somebody that can help this quarterback. If you can get somebody that can do great things with Donald. Will that happen? Who knows? But it's all about it's what will Christopher Johnson do? What will Mike Maccagnan? Maccagnan's already struck out on one coach. He gets one more try. If he fails at this coach, he's out of here. So, and we'll see what Christopher Johnson does. Oh wow, Tennessee picked 6. It's 14-6 now. Titans are still alive. How about that? So yeah. Anyway, looking at all the reports here. So again, Christopher Johnson, about 33 minutes ago, put out a statement 37 minutes ago, put out a statement that Todd Bowles would not be returning in 2019. After careful consideration, we decided this is the best thing. AC is about to get good, but Dolphins need to fire Adam. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I'd be okay with the Dolphins parting ways there. I think they need to move on from Tannehill. Tannehill is okay, and that's it. He's not going to get you there. Same thing with Cousins. Thank God. All right, Jet fans. Here's a positive. Do you like hockey or football more? I like football more. I don't even care that much about hockey. Here's the thing, Jet fans. You should be happy about this. You almost gave Kirk Cousins how much you bench? 0. You almost gave Kirk Cousins $90 million. Thank God every single day you didn't do that. Thank God. You dodged an absolute bullet. Okay. So the Jets website with the article that Jets chairman, but I subbed. Hey, no problem. Sub all you want. I promise. No inappropriate stuff here. All right. No cursing. We're good. Also, it says here on the Jets website, Jets chairman and CEO Christopher Johnson informs Tom Bowles he will not return in 2019. There's also a third paragraph that says Mike Maccagnan will work closely with Johnson on the search for a new head coach. So, do you push or pull? I guess push. So, let me double check that. Are you a fan of American Pie? No. Favorite player in the NFL? There's not really any. I guess locally it's a Saquon. All around, probably Brady. Yeah, and you guys might hate Patriots. Look, I'm such everything that this guy can do. The Super Bowls that he's won, he's a total winner. Okay, yeah, he may not be. Maybe he's not a great person, but you know what? He's a darn good player. But yeah, in terms locally right now, it's probably Saquon. I would say Darnold, but the Jets have to go some places yet. I know Saquon's going to be great. Darnold, I think, is going to be great. AFC with East was trash this year, and the cost. Yes, AFC East was trash. Yeah, Brady might be a good person, but there are people out there that think, oh, he's a terrible guy. Oh, he's garbage, Spygate, Deflategate, all that nonsense. AFC East was trash this year. It's been trash for 15 years, almost 20 years at this point. The AFC East is Josh Allen will be a good wash. Yes, I think he can be good. He can run. Miami needs to move on from Tannehill. It is amazing to think. All right, I'm gonna look up something here. Look at the amount of quarterbacks the Jets have had since Tom Brady. The Patriots have had one quarterback for the last 17 years. I'm not confident in Rosen. I think he's going to be good. I'm not sure. Lamar, I think he'll be good too. I mean, he's in the playoffs already, but I don't know how long you can keep that up. All right, here are the Jets. The Jets quarterbacks since hi Mikey. We're talking Todd Bowles. Adios. Here are the Jets quarterbacks since Tom Brady has started. Vinny Testaverde, Chad Pennington, Quincy Carter, Brooks Bollinger, Kellen Clemens. Brett Favre actually wasn't bad. Mark Sanchez, Greg McElroy, Geno Smith, Michael Vick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bryce Petty, Josh McCown, and now Sam Darnold. So it looks like they're finally turning it around. But oh, geez. But yeah. So I want to see this team turn around. This was the 50th anniversary the Jets just celebrated. They just celebrated the 50th anniversary of winning the Super Bowl. 50 years of being irrelevant. It is time, all right? It is time for this Jets team to finally turn the page, get a good quality coach, get a good quality quarterback, and actually, pour one out. Mikey, don't curse at me, Mikey. Or maybe you're cursing at Codemeister. I don't know. We might get ugly in the comment section. Rosen's a spoiled kid. He complained that he was drafted 10. Be thankful. I hate that Saquon thankful for everything. When someone says he beat a record, he says he don't care and wants to win. Yeah, I didn't like what Rosen said that, but he's got a passion. He's whatever. I don't hate you. I don't hate Rosen. Oh, thank you, Mikey. Thank you that you didn't hate me. Oh gosh, Mikey Codemeister fighting it off in the comment section. Oh dear. Battle Royale, not the zombie game. I don't know that game. I don't play a lot of video games anymore. I used to play Madden a lot, but not anymore. So are the Dolphins. I'm 16. The Pats dominate every year. Yeah, but you know what? That happens. We'll never see what's going on with the Patriots. We'll never see that again. Why? Because the Patriots are great, and every other team in that division has been terrible for the last 15, 18 years. The Jets have been terrible. The Bills have been terrible. The Dolphins have been terrible for the most part, except for one or two moments when the Jets made it to the AFC Championship game. Other than that, these teams have been terrible for the last 17 years. No, agree. There's nothing you can hate about Saquon, unless you're a Cowboy, Eagle, or Redskins fan, and you just hate the Giants. Not about Fort. I mean, yeah, yeah. If you want to watch Fortnite, watch another channel. Yeah, if you hate Saquon, the only reason you hate Saquon is if you're on the other team. But yeah, if you hate him as a person, there's nothing really to hate about. He's a great guy. I love him dearly. Allier, I guess he's a Fortniter. The only Fortniter I know is Ninja. That's it. I'm not down in the Fortnite community. I probably should. Everybody's playing it, so I don't understand it all. But regardless, yeah, the Jets have stunk for 50 years. It's frustrating. It's so difficult to think about, so difficult to comprehend. Maybe one day hopefully this next coach will turn it around. Hopefully. And by the way, when this new coach gets announced, we will be doing another live stream just like this. 20. I will be doing another reaction to the Jets hiring the new head coach. That will come in the next couple of days when they do hire their new coach. But for now, it's about waiting. It's about seeing who they're going to get, see who's available. So it's just frustrating. It's just I was really hoping this guy would be the finally the coach to turn it around. And no, I'm 20. I promise I'm 20. I was hoping. I'm happy they dropped them though. No, I am too. But it was time. Frankie lying. No, I'm not lying. I was born in '98. I promise. I was born in '98. That is a compliment though. That people think I'm younger than I am. So that means I'm aging well. So good job there. Who's better, Zeke or Saquon? I'm gonna say Saquon barely though, but. All right. You know what? We're going to determine this the only way we can, honestly. Any gamer girls in here? I don't think so. I think these are all dudes. So I have a guy in here who just wants like gamer people. This isn't the gaming website, man, dude. This is a football live stream. Talking football. Okay. We're going to determine who's better, Zeke or Saquon, the only way that we can. Madden ratings. Saquon's in 88. Ezekiel Elliott's in 92. So Madden says Ezekiel Elliott's better. Maybe Saquon will. I'm actually sorry, Mikey. You might not like this. I'm not going to ban Codemeister yet. If I promise, if he starts going off the rails, I will ban him. But he has not done anything. I don't think that's bannable yet. So I don't want to ban people. I don't want to disavow people. I don't want to disallow people. I try to be nice. I try to be friendly to everybody. I'm being friendly right now, even though we're talking about a man losing his job. Trying to be nice, trying to be positive. He's on a better team. Yeah. Maybe because he's been doing it longer. You know, Saquon had that low rookie rating, and you know, he's only going to get better. I mean, we're friends. If you're a friend of Frankie G, if you subscribe, you're a friend of me. All right. I love people. Don't worry. I mean, I won't play Fortnite with you, but I will, you know, we can talk here in the live stream. All right. Don't worry, Code. So, yeah, regardless. Yeah. Ezekiel's probably better because he's been doing this for longer. Saquon's going to get like a 90 plus rating very shortly, but whatever, regardless of that, regardless of all of the Madden stuff. Yeah. So Bulls is gone, and we're gonna keep doing this for another 15 minutes here. I'll wrap this up in about 15 minutes, but I'm gonna keep going for now. Again, this is not what as a Jet fan you want. You don't want to fire another head coach. I've gone through this way too many times. Tannehill or Sam? Are we talking Tannehill or Darnold? Oh, Darnold, absolutely, because Darnold's gonna stay on his team this year. As opposed to Tannehill. Fire Tom Brady. We can't do that. Roger Goodell tried to take this guy down, and he responded by winning a Super Bowl. The only guy that will beat Tom Brady is Father Time. And he's close. Father Time's close, but he hasn't gotten there yet. Or Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jesus could stop him too. Yeah, so it's just disappointing that we're going through this. Get rid of Patrick Mahomes. Can't do that either. He's just getting started, fellas. Sadly, this guy is only. I'm like, gosh, he's only reaching the. He's not even at the peak of his talent yet. This guy is. These guys going places. I wish the Jets had him. It does help though that he has some great weapons on his team, and he has a great coach in Andy Reid. So, yep, the Chiefs have their coach. I mean, all these Patriots have their coach. Jets don't. Jets have to go through this again. You hate that you have to go through this again. I as someone who's watched the Jets for years, I've gone through this way too many times. I went through it with Herm. I went through it with Mangini. Went through it with Rex. I'm going through it again now with Bowles. I want to stop. I want a long-term coach. I want a coach that we love, and he's a great, solid coach, a great leader. disciplines his players, is innovative, is explosive. That's who I want. Tom's actually getting worse. Yeah, but compared to the rest of the league, he's still top tier quarterback. No, Kareem Hunt was not. Kareem Hunt deserved what he deserved. You don't hit women. So, yeah, hopefully the Jets will finally be able to find a guy coming up. What did he do? He hit a woman in an elevator. Google it at your own discretion. It's an ugly video, but he hit a car with his shoe. Sure, let's go with that. Oh my gosh, looking for any kind of news here about because hitting women is bad. Hitting women is bad. All right, I'm looking at the report here from ESPN and Rich Cimini. The Jets were going to wait until tomorrow to let Bowles know, but he wanted a quick resolution, so they met around 8:30 tonight. So at 8:30, they made it clear, and you know, whatever, they had a meeting. Rich Cimini thinks he covers the Jets for ESPN. He says he thinks he'll get interviews. The Jets waited until they returned to the facility tonight before telling Bowles what he expected. Oh gosh. Oh geez. It's so okay. So I'm reading Rich Cimini here of ESPN. I want to get his thoughts on this. Pete Carroll couldn't win here. Bill Belichick didn't even want to try. Herm Edwards restored pride in the franchise, then got himself traded. Eric Mangini was the man genius, and then he got whacked. I like your TV. Thank you. Ray Rice comeback. Oh, no. He's actually apologized for it. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of people that beat women. Rex Ryan almost made the Super Bowl twice, but his winning touch disappeared. And now another coach. He was solid hire in 2015, but he imploded like no Jet coach since Rich Kotite in the mid-90s. He lost 21 of his last 27 games. The only team that has gone longer without I'm pretty sure I'm white. Only the Detroit Lions have a longer continuous run of futility than the New York Jets. The Jets haven't reached the Super Bowl in 50 years. Ugh. It's so ridiculous. They couldn't win with Parcells. They couldn't win with any of these coaches. They need an offensive-minded coach. No more defensive coach. 50 years since Joe waved his finger in the air and made the guarantee, and they won it all, and they beat the Colts, who probably should have won that day. The Colts made a million mistakes, but whatever. The Jets won. So ESPN is saying today, Rich Cimini is saying they need someone with a strong personality, someone who sells himself and his program to the public. They need an offensive-minded coach. Oh, the last head coach with an offensive background was Kotite. They have hired 5 consecutive defensive assistants with no head coaching experience, okay? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. And more than ever, this is an offensive league, okay? Even the Eagles won with a backup quarterback. Yes, it's offense. Hire Hugh Jackson. I meant okay, fine. Yeah, maybe he has experience, but it's bad experience. He had 1 win in 2 years. He went 0-16. No. Oh, jeez. And also, this is also the front office who decided that Christian Hackenberg was a great pick in round 2. I don't know what they were thinking there. Hire Mike McCarthy. I actually wouldn't be against that. I'm not totally for it. He might be the best coach on the board that's available, but I don't think he's that great. He has problems with game management, and he had Aaron Rodgers. He was only able to get him to 1 Super Bowl. Bill Belichick has 5 rings. I don't even think Hugh Jackson has 5 wins. The Jets were 1-6 in games decided by 8 or fewer points. Yes, that is Hugh Jackson territory. One time, Bulls found out from a reporter in a news conference the team had traded for quarterback Rashard Robinson. Oh, gosh. Okay. And Maccagnan needs a guy who he's in lockstep with. He needs a guy who the best relationships in this league are great coach or when the coach and the general manager are on the same page. Maccagnan needs to find a guy who he loves. We adore, like, all right, this is the guy. He thinks just like me. We're like we're two of a kind. He needs someone like that. And yeah, it also has to be an offensive guy. Goodbye, Bulls. Yes. So yes, Chase. Are you? No. Okay. No. It's again, it's sad. It's sad to see him go from a personal level, but from a professional level, I'm very happy about this. It was darn time. 3 pathetic seasons after a really promising first season. 2015, this seems okay. Jets defense is only a decent part of the team, yeah. But even then, there were even moments when that team just let up big plays and gave up big penalties. Again, that's why you need an offensive guy. Don't bring back. No, they're not. They're not bringing back Rex. If they do, oh gosh, I will. No, man. No. Rex got another chance in Buffalo, and he failed there too. The act wears thin, okay? You can't have that go on forever. You can't do that whole, oh, I'm great. Oh, this team's going to the Super Bowl every single year. You can't do that. Eventually, when you don't win, that act becomes stale. And that act became stale for Rex really, really quick. You know why? It's not that I like them. Did the computer freeze here? I'm sorry. Did something happen? Am I still on? Because my computer screen just froze. Okay, great. Okay, it's still here. I don't. You know why? Because they're the local team. I have 2 local teams. I have the Jets and I have the Giants. Those are the 2 local teams that I follow. So, I have to watch them. I have to talk about them. I have to, they're the teams. I know so many Jet fans and Giant fans. So I want these teams to do well because when they do well, everybody in the area feels great and it's a wonderful feeling. So I want them to do well, and I want to like them, but they're so frustrating. They're such a frustrating organization. They've been terribly run for so many years. I'd love Jim Harbaugh to come here. No, I don't live in Canada. I would love Jim Harbaugh to come here. I don't think he will, though. You have to give him. So call Lincoln Riley, call Jim Harbaugh, and if they say no, tough luck. I'm a Raptors fan. Good for you. You are in right now. Right now, everything is going perfect for you. I think you're going to the finals. I think you'll play the Warriors. I don't know if you'll win, but I think the way Kawhi's playing right now, I think you guys are going to the finals. What about Bob McAdoo? Wasn't it Ben McAdoo? No. Gosh, he was dreadful. He was absolutely dreadful. What a terrible, terrible coach. Although he wasn't terribly right about Eli being the problem. Eli has turned out, why they call New York and New Jersey? Because the New Jersey Giants and New Jersey Jets don't sound sexy. The New York Giants and New York Jets is much better. I'm a Dolphins and Giants fan. All right, so you had a rough year. So yeah, I wish you well there. I wish you well there. Become a soccer channel. No, I can't. I can't. Again, baseball, basketball, football. That's it. Yeah, New York Jets and New York Giants, that's much more attractive. That's what you want, all right? You don't want, New Jersey Jets, New Jersey Giants. I hope Le'Veon Bell becomes a Jet. I would love for him to become a Jet. I don't hate soccer. I've actually become kind of a little bit of a soccer fan, like the World Cup, but not too much. I don't know. I'd love to have Dez here if he's healthy. Oh, God, please don't fight, guys. Come on. 7-9. Yeah, 7-9 for Miami. Better year than the Giants and the Jets. By the way, when you said I was looking at Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo was the great former NBA player. So I was wondering, did you want Bob McAdoo as coach? No, but you wanted Ben. Yeah, it's gosh, what a terrible season. Hopefully the next coach will be the one. Don't pick fights, guys. Come on. Not even 8-8. No. Yeah, Ben McAdoo, not Bob. No, I got that, but Mikey's still here. Good. I thought Mikey left. The Jets are a big pile of manure. And the Colts are about to make it 17-7. Colts are in good position here. We don't need to fight, guys. We don't need to fight. All right, this is a safe zone. We love everybody. Mostly everybody. I hope Darnold becomes the next Joe Montana. I don't think that'll happen, but I hope he does. I'd love to see this kid do great. 16 subs, good job. He's got the arm strength. He's got the talent. They got to let him be able to do more. Which I felt like they weren't. I feel like this team let him do a lot this year. I felt like they kind of reined him in, but regardless, it is. Our long national nightmare is over. Bowles is gone, and now they look for the new head coach. And what's McCannon going to do? What's Johnson going to do? We don't know yet. We can only hope. We can only hope that they know exactly what they're doing. We can only hope that they hire an offensive mind or somebody who's been a great head coach in the past. So when are you going to have $1 million? Hopefully soon. Hopefully in a couple years. Playoff time, though. It is. Sam is good. He just don't have any weapons. No, that's true. Hopefully that's why you get Le'Veon Bell. And there's my dog again. That's why you get Le'Veon Bell. That's why you try maybe to get Des Bryant. We'll see what the Jets do coming up. We'll see and they have all this cap space. That's the good thing about the Jets. They have so much cap space. They better not screw up this time. They're the Jets. It's what we've come to expect. I hope this time things change. I hope everything goes well. But we don't know. No, I agree. I agree because there's more talent there. There's better coaching there. Well, not with the Browns, but where can I donate? You can't donate yet. Soon, if I get 1,000 subscribers, you'll be able to donate. So don't use your mom's Visa yet. No, don't use her Visa yet. No, that's bad. You'll be able to soon. Give it some time. Give it some time. Super Bowl predictions. Right now, I'll go Saints, Chiefs. I think they're the best teams in their division, and they have the home field advantage. I know it's an easy prediction. I think the Saints are the best team right now in the NFC. And I'll take Kansas City right now over New England because they have the home field. But it's Andy Reid. That's the one thing I worry about. It's Andy Reid in January, and we've seen this story. How do I donate? You can't donate yet. Once I have 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to enable Super Chat, and that's where you'll be able to donate. So give it some time. Call your friends. Tell them to subscribe, and so soon we'll be able to. You'll be able to donate. So, thank you guys again for all the love and support that you've given. It's been fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. But all right, I'm gonna wrap things up in about 2.5. So stay tuned. We got 2.5 minutes here. We'll wrap it up, and then I'll have all my final thoughts again. So one last time, we'll read the Pats are second seed. Yep. Still have a bye. Somehow, the Jets still have a bye. Okay, so one last time. Here it is. The statement that was released today by Jets. The statement that was released about an hour ago by now by Jets chairman and CEO Christopher Johnson. I would like to thank Coach Bowles for his dedication to the New York Jets for the last 4 years. After careful evaluating the situation, I have concluded that this is the right direction for the organization to take. I would like to wish Todd, Tanika, and their family only the best. And then the other statement says, GM Mike McCagnon will work closely with Johnson on their search for a new head coach. So again, Bowles is done. The Todd Bowles era is over. Thank God we survived. Now it's time for the Jets to make the right decision. Don't blow it again, Jets. Make the right decision. Know what you're doing, okay? We can't have another coach get fired in 3-4 years. It is time. Jet fans have waited too long. 50 years of garbage. 50 years of nonsense. It is time for change. Let's hope it works. We can only hope that this time it works. So, too bad they couldn't have drafted Darnold and Saquon. Yeah. Mike McCarthy is the only logical choice. He's solid, but I still have questions about him. When's your next stream? My next stream is actually going to be in about an hour. So I was going to do a Sunday Night Football stream. I was going to do a live reaction to Colts and Titans, which is now about to be in the second half. It's about to end in the first half. Colts are up 17-7. So in about an hour, I'll be back doing a live reaction to Colts and Titans. I'm doing a lot of talking in the last couple of days. And then Jets are Jets. They don't. Fingers crossed they don't screw it up. But I hope so. But you never know. You never know with this idiotic team. You never know. So I'll be back in about an hour doing a live reaction to Colts and Titans, the Sunday Night Football game. And then after this, later tonight or about Monday morning, I will finally have my every touchdown from the NFL season video. It's going to be 2 hours long, a lot of fun, a lot of craziness. So stay tuned. Stay tight. A lot of stuff coming in the next couple of days. Todd Bowles, again, the Todd Bowles era is over. And as the not Backstreet Boys, I'm sorry. As Boyz II Men once said, it is so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Goodbye, Todd Bowles. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.